Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is tufftonyant here, and this is just a video about the 2011 WWE Draft. I would have done this video sooner, but online on WWE.com, they had so many random draft choices, it was going on damn near all day. And this is just my thoughts of it. Hope y'all can hear me over my central air. Can't believe I'm turning my air conditioner on in April, but here we go. Most of the people who were drafted, I haven't seen wrestle for a while. And for the most part, some of these draft picks were okay, but then I come to ask, like, you switch to them shows, but what the hell are they doing? Sorry, my computer just turned off. I was turning it back on. First off, I'm going to talk about all the people who were drafted to SmackDown. First, we have the U.S. Champion Sheamus was drafted to SmackDown. Now, for one thing, I hate it when they give a guy a world title and then he ends up with the second tier belt after he was already world champion. I hate it when they do shit like that. And for the most part, it's only happened to maybe 6 guys in the WWE who have held WWE championships, not as much world heavyweight championships. I think Sheamus on SmackDown do pretty good, off the simple fact that he can help build, well, I can't say he can help build talent. He's not all that good of a talent his damn self, but they give him something better to do, give him a new, well, you figure on Raw he was only beating the same, 2 or 3 people every single week, every single Raw. So he's going to go on SmackDown and beat up some other poor bastard, the same bastard, over and over and over again. Alex Riley has been drafted to SmackDown. That's good because I don't have to see him kiss the Miz's ass on television anymore. Not to say that Miz won't wind up. Miz so far has not been drafted. The draft is over. Will he go? Who knows? Tamia and the Usos have been drafted to SmackDown. About fucking time. These guys should be tag team champions, but they're giving them all these fucking makeshift tag teams. I think if they are promoted right, they could be good. I mean, come on, they're from a Samoan family heritage and lineage. Give them something the fuck to do, WWE. But that's more bullshit. That's Mr. John Laurinaitis and his eye for talent, who's still fucking over talent in the WWE. Mr. Johnny Ace, thank you for hiring all these motherfuckers that has nothing better to do than your horrible fucking creative team doesn't have shit to do for them. Tyson Kidd. I haven't seen Tyson Kidd wrestle in a while. I see a lot of these cruiserweights are going to SmackDown. Maybe they could bring back the cruiserweight title or a light heavyweight title or something. Tyson Kidd I've liked ever since he separated himself from the Hart Dynasty. I think he has a lot of potential, and I hope that WWE gives him something good to do. I'll give this guy a big thumbs up for his future. He's probably one of the only guys that came out of the Hart family dungeon that I've taken a liking to. Don't worry, I'm not going to get in the whole Bret Hart tirade. I've already done that before. Ted DiBiase, in my opinion, one of the most underrated, I wouldn't say underrated, not used. He's not being utilized to an extent that he should be. I mean, come on. The guy is the son of one of the best technical wrestlers WWE's ever had, the $1 Million Man. He hasn't done shit ever since he left Legacy. Unlike Cody Rhodes, who's kind of developing a character. I hope they do something for DiBiase. I hope they push him a tiny bit, because what they've been doing for him on Raw has not been working. Besides, if you're on the A show on Raw and you get switched to SmackDown, that means they're not giving you anything to do on Raw, or you're just not generating enough dollar signs so you put on the B show. Natalia's been drafted to SmackDown. Who the fuck cares? Yoshitatsu, another cruiserweight, drafted to SmackDown. I like Yoshitatsu. Out of all the Japanese wrestlers they have brought in through the years, Jimmy Wang Yangs, He was alright. Kenzo Suzuki's probably one of the worst Japanese wrestlers I have ever seen. Thank God he never fucking lasted. But Yoshitatsu's pretty good. I like his style. I have nothing bad to say against him. William Regal was drafted to SmackDown. When's the last time William Regal fucking wrestled? Alicia Fox. All the money they fucking give her, she can afford to get her fucking hair done once in a while. The Great Khali. No matter what show he goes on. Like, I have never seen... keep in mind, for the most part, I've seen a lot of big guys being wasted talent in the WWE, i.e. Matt Morgan, who still isn't doing much shit. He's just rotting away in TNA. You have Nathan Jones and Heidenreich and what was the other guy? The guy with the tongue ring, the guy with the foot fetish. I forgot the guy's name. The guy who kept on going around saying it wasn't my fault. So that just goes to show how these characters are forgettable. I'm not going to look on Snitsky. There we go. I was just looking at one of my video games. Snitsky. He could have been awesome. The A-Train. He could have been awesome. Test could have done more. But A-Train, they really could have done good shit with him. I don't know why the fuck they ever let him go back to Japan. But Khali, so the hell what? Daniel Bryan. Now, I love Ring of Honor. As you can see, I'm wearing the t-shirt. Ring of Honor and Bryan Danielson. I think that it may be a heel turn in Daniel Bryan's future. I remember he was a pretty good heel in Ring of Honor when he was. But, you know, he just lost the U.S. title. I'm guessing they could do something. Maybe he'll be able to get more pushes on SmackDown. At least he won't have to worry about getting his ass kicked every night by Sheamus. Oh, who knows? Since they're on the same show now, maybe he'll be much more the same. Sin Cara. The guy who they have botch a move in every single match. I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or Sin Cara is just uncoordinated. I like his style. I like his costume, if anything, but I haven't really seen much of the guy as of late. I mean, I haven't seen enough of him to form a synopsis on how that move would be. Like I said, bring back the Cruiserweight title. You got all of them on SmackDown. Bring the shit back. Mark Henry. My cousin, we was playing a old SmackDown. This is before the SmackDown vs. Raw series. I think this was SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. He referred to Mark Henry as the big, black, dark piece of shit who could be doing another big guy wasted. But I don't got shit to say about Mark Henry. I don't even know why the fuck he's still here. Possibly the biggest move was Randy Orton going to SmackDown. I think it was a shitty move. Now we have another guy who's monopolized titles on Raw. Now he's coming to monopolize championships on SmackDown. So I'm pretty sure Randy Orton... Well, keep in mind, the CM Punk Randy Orton rivalry, I wouldn't mind seeing that every single night. Because they work very well together. I don't know what they're going to do with Orton on SmackDown, but it'll save us from Cena Orton. So maybe Orton can finally get the... I wouldn't say he got the push he deserves, but it's like Orton is in the main event, but he's always second best to John Cena. Like, no matter if Cena's in there, Orton's always going to be the second guy down. It's all about John Cena. Then when they're done with Cena, then they add Orton in. So finally, Orton will be able to run the show. I wouldn't say run the show, but he'll be able to be the biggest star on the show and not have to worry about being in John Cena's shadow all the time on Raw. Speaking of John Cena, going from SmackDown back to Raw. Now we're on the Raw side. Cena to Raw, Alberto Del Rio to Raw. I don't know what the hell that's going to do for the main event. He's still going to be a heel. Big Show on Raw. He goes back and forth to shows. That means Kane is going to be on Raw. for the most part, since their tag team title reigns are up. Big Show to me is coming to something great. I remember back in the Big Show is probably the only guy who's still evolving. He's still changing. I remember I used to hate watching him in the ring. He's tolerable now. I don't mind the Big Show. I don't mind seeing him in the ring. At least he got his offense different. He's doing a lot more right hand punches. Unlike Kevin Nash. Yeah, here I go again. I think every video I'm talking something horrible about Kevin Nash, who does 4 moves over and over again and gets paid a lot of money for not producing shit. Rey Mysterio on Raw. WWE. It hasn't worked. It didn't work the last 2 times you put the motherfucker on Raw. What the fuck you gonna do with him now? So he can go and infect another damn locker room. Jack Swagger on Raw. Surprise? You fucking surprised? He ain't doing shit on SmackDown. He was a blip on the radar as world champion. He's fucking helping Michael Cole win wrestling gimmick matches. He done most of his competing. He's done more competing on Raw than he has in SmackDown the last little bit. So put him on fucking Raw. He was on Raw to begin with. Kelly on Raw. JTG on Raw. I haven't seen Shad in a long time. JTG, why? Maybe I'm out the loop, but I haven't seen him wrestle. Because I have only watched SmackDown through spoilers. Sometimes I may watch it, but sometimes I'm busy. Or I'll watch it the day after. Drew McIntyre, the chosen one. I didn't even say that right. I was trying to do the fucking Scottish accent, but that shit didn't work. I kind of sounded like Jeff Jarrett's entrance in WCW. That guy fell off. Not Jeff, but... well, yeah, but Drew McIntyre fell off. They need to redevelop his character. Give him something. The Drew McIntyre is the sinister Scotsman. Yeah, Scotsman. Now he's jobbing, trying to get in relationships with Kelly. And by the way, she got drafted too. Big fucking surprise. Curt Hawkins. I haven't seen Zack Ryder, but Curt Hawkins been drafted. Whatever happened to the guy who got drafted from TNA and went to his partner, Curt Hawkins' partner? I forget his name. But where the hell has he been at? Chris Masters, looking more and more like a drug addict every day because he can't take the drugs to keep his muscles big. He's on Raw. Kofi Kingston is drafted back to Raw. I hope this is big things for Kingston. I'm hoping, because I like Kingston. Tyler Rex, if used properly, he will be awesome. And finally, Beth Phoenix. My synopsis for this, like, I was going to do later, maybe tomorrow or Friday, I was going to do a video on I was going to do a predictions video. There we go. Predictions video on Extreme Rules coming up this Sunday, which I will be reviewing afterwards. But there's only 5 matches on the card so far, so I have to wait for them to add some more matches. But since Alberto has been drafted and Miz hasn't been, I don't know what the hell is... I know Miz is not going to drop the title. I'll be surprised if he does, but he's not. Alberto's going to have 2 world titles on Raw. I don't know. Maybe Edge pulled some strings so Christian can become world champion, but I just don't see it happening. WWE always disappoints us with things like that. But that was my synopsis of the 2011 WWE Draft. I'm hoping that WWE does better things in the near future for their A and B shows, Raw and SmackDown. They can't do no worse than what their competition is doing. This is Tough Tony, and I will see you next time.